Okay, thank you, and sorry about the delay. We're just going to make these webinars quite quick when we don't have heaps to talk about. I don't want to keep you people out of your busy days. And those of you who haven't been a part of any of our webinar series, there've been very different topics discussed, and we've had two others. We're more than happy to send you those videos to watch in your time, or those recordings to watch in your time, as well as the PowerPoint presentations. So very briefly, just get onto the webinar. Today we wanted to speak about BioPak's international growth and how it affects our local market, discuss the price increases as much as I don't want to discuss them, speak about new products, talk about our new products promotion, campaigns and activities, as well as some marketing campaigns. Further enforce our knowledge and our infrastructure around the compost service, and finally talk about the data and the impact of using our products has on sustainability, on the environment, and on the people that are actually making the effort to use the products. Very briefly on international growth, you may or may not heard, I did a small piece about what's happened in BioPak over the last couple of weeks, or in fact, pretty much 1 week. We've partnered with an international company called Duni, which is a Swedish company. Duni has offices in 14 countries throughout Europe. And the partnership is very strategic. They wanted to enter the Australian market, and so yes, they do own equity in our business, and we similarly have an interest in the European, and we together bought a business in the UK. What this gives us is a existing large infrastructure throughout Europe, as I said, in 14 countries. It gives us an existing business, a great business in the UK, and what that does is allows us the opportunity of taking our brand global, of taking our products into an existing infrastructure with existing logistics and supply chain setups, existing salespeople, existing customers, existing markets, and hopefully this will allow us to sell and market our product and sell and market our, or rather sell our ethos, sell our philosophy to a whole new customer base offshore. As far as local goes, there is no difference in the trading. We operate exactly as we have. I personally have probably going to have to dedicate a week or possibly 10 days every 6 months into travel offshore. But we're establishing a local team, which will be our deployment team to go offshore and establish in new markets. We plan to open in Singapore. We plan to help our new partners in the UK, and obviously plan to have a lot of integration and help with all the businesses that we now have in Europe. But that's 10 days out of my 6 months, and as you know, I can condense 10 days into about 4 normal working days, 24 hours a day. So there's no real difference in the way we operate here at all from an Australian perspective. Everybody here is 100% focused on the Australian and the New Zealand market. On the price increases, I think we communicated to everybody the pressures that we've had. We've had 50% increases in paper. We've had 40 or 50% increases in sugarcane pulp. PLA has gone up around 10% over the last 12 months. Now, as we grow, we are able to operate at lower margins because of that growth that all our partners like yourselves are affording us. And therefore, we've buffered a lot of the costs. It's not an excuse, and it's not something I should reference, but I know our competition have gone up multiple times in the last year. We still don't want to go up. We want to make our product more affordable. We want to make our product more attractive to people, to move away from plastics, to move away from oil-based products. But unfortunately, with the recent decline in the exchange rate, we have been forced. We've got a 3 to 6 month hedging policy, which expired obviously, and our hand was forced with, as you know, 2.5% increases on cups, and many items did not go up, like straws and PLA lids, and then there was 4% on the balance of the items. So I guess, I just wanted to convey that, I had a nightmare around this because I don't want to put up prices and I don't want to make products more expensive or less affordable. But our hand was forced with all the current pressures and headwinds we're facing with labor costs, with transport costs, with raw material costs, and then finally the exchange rate. So I'm more than happy to take calls offline around that if I haven't. I've tried to call each and every one of you, and I hope I have reached you, or John has reached you, or Matthew has reached you to talk through this. We didn't just send out an email. We contacted our top, I think, 350 customers, and some by very little, but we feel, that's the type of partnership we need to offer in order to communicate moves like these. So on new products, we're quite excited about our produce trays. Just as an offliner, we've launched a bakery range this month with Woolworths. So every single Woolworths bakery, and there's about 900 and something of them, will now put cakes on a sugarcane pulp tray. We'll put biscuits in a tray. They've got 3 different SKUs where they will launch into their bakery. With sugarcane pulp in a partnership with us, which is extremely exciting. I think from your customer's perspective, it just ratifies that you are hopefully dealing with the right partners, and I think it gives you a sense of confidence that Woolworth did massive investigation, huge tendering, and the audits, both the ethical audit, the social audit, and the product and food safety audit was hugely intensive on our facilities, and we never skipped a beat there. So again, it just, I guess, from that perspective, can give you more confidence that we have a high quality product with high levels of audited, high levels of standards, both ethical sourcing and health, safety, and product standards. And that will hopefully endorse your salespeople as they go out there and try market more sugarcane. The produce trains we launch next month. We've got a primary partner in a massive fruit packer, which is again a partner of Woolworths, but this is direct with a fruit packer where we launch 6 different trays. 4 of the standard 5x5, 6x5, 7x5, and 9x5, and a half a kilo and a kilo tray, which holds various fruits. That's going to be a standard range that we hope to get out and enhance you in potentially new markets for you. I think over time, the supermarkets and the fruit shops will be very pressured not to use plastics. There's a massive push on it at the moment. We will have a standard range as hopefully reliable as the rest of our products. Don't talk about straws, but as reliable as the rest of our products, available in stock as you need, 1 carton at a time, 10 cartons at a time, and it might open up new markets. I also want to bring your attention to the image on the bottom right of your screens, which is an avo tray, which is specifically molded around 3 avocados. We've got a tomato punnet, which is just a base where they're filled with tomatoes, and they will heat seal a film on top of it. So the limitations with regards to fruit packaging are absolute none. You know, those unfortunately are bespoke design products for those particular farmers. And if you have any opportunities in farmers, whether it be berries, whether it be herb punnets, whether it be tomatoes, whether it be whichever, and there is a customized packaging solution that you require, I'd hasten to say with some volume, we absolutely are very interested in designing solutions for you. We've got an industrial design team, which some of you may know, that will come up with the concepts, come up with the designs. We can have a sample mold out to you in 10 days. We're going to have a full production mold 3 weeks later. Then we start producing and shipping. So that's a massive opportunity right now. Most of the country in that fruit and vegetable market are looking for non-plastic solutions quite aggressively because of the pressure from the supermarket. So just if you have any opportunities there, then we'd love to discuss those with you. Other new products is just very briefly, we've got our round base PLA cups. We had a 360 and a 500. We've introduced a 250. Could be, as you see, used for yogurts and mueslis, but also for wine. We have a new hinged lid takeaway container. So that's a different shape and design to our others. It's in brown, and we'll be extending that brown range of hinged lid containers. As you know, we only have white hinged lid containers, our HL66, 96, 93, 83. So those ranges are white at the moment. We will be releasing them in brown, but also this will be there'll be some new hinged lid containers geared towards sizes and markets that we haven't had any product available to. Then finally, the straws. In December, we're going to production of a bendy straw. So it's got that little, bendy bit at the top. We've had one which we weren't comfortable with. We've had many that we weren't comfortable with, but we are relatively comfortable. Again, it's paper, but we are relatively comfortable. We've had some good successes in the trials. So we full production in December on a bendy straw, and we'll have product out in January. I think the first 2 colors will just be a black and a white straw in a bendy straw in the normal size straw, which is the 197 mil, which is 6 millimeter wide straw. So November is all about for us marketing sugarcane pulp with the launch into Woolworths, with the launch into many produce shops and supermarkets of more sugarcane being out there. We think it's a great opportunity to educate, and people will be more aware of it as they see it in their normal grocery stores and supermarkets. So what we've done is we've got some marketing to assist you in getting out there and opening up markets with sugarcane pulp. Now, I know all of you sell a lot of sugarcane pulp, but there's still so much opportunity for pulp. Most of our competitors have a limited supply, and some not constant supply. There are major issues with regards to the pulp market still in China, and we've got relatively smooth supply with that product. So it's a good opportunity to open up new doors. So I'm looking at my notes over here. We've got a brochure, which is the first one, which is a new DL flyer, which is that over there. I'll hold it a little bit closer. It's just a flyer that shows, markets a sugarcane item, and at the back, it's got the benefits. So the idea is, if you've got restaurants and cafes that are using the product, that want to use the product, that you encourage to use the product, you can request these flyers from us for them to put with the food packaging, not for a long period of time, just to show the home user, hey, this business is now using sugarcane pulp as opposed to plastics. As I said, it shows they're using the sugarcane pulp. You can click when we send you the presentation, you can click on the link, and it also gives the benefits. So imagine Uber Eats delivering, or a delivery delivering a product in sugarcane pulp as opposed to plastic, with a little flyer about it for a short period of time to educate people, so that there's a good groundswell of consumers out there that are now saying, why aren't you using sugarcane pulp? And that'll give more support onto to your cafes and restaurants, and similarly onto you and to us. And I guess that's the intention. We then have a new sales flyer as well. So the sales flyer, again, we can show you. It's just it shows the benefits of sugarcane pulp, and on the back it shows the full range of pulp that we do. And again, it's just to get out to cafes and restaurants and your customers, saying that should you want to change to a home compostable, tree-free item, that first of all, we will have this product certified recyclable, which is working with local industry to have it recyclable. Technically, it's as recyclable as paper, but there are new regulations and new tools that we have to comply with in order to claim it as recyclable, because it has to follow a stream where we know it's been recycled. As we know, there's lots of challenges with recycling, but that's a topic of a previous webinar. So that flyer, obviously, we'd love to get out to your customer base on switching over to sugarcane pulp items. We have a new point of sale poster. So the point of sale poster just looks like that. And again, you can download it. So that's a poster the restaurant you can print out, the restaurant can put up. It could be used in your showrooms. It's just something, if a restaurant or a cafe uses the product, they can show that as the move that they're making. They can brand it as a tree-free solution. We've also got a new product video on sugarcane pulp. So the product video is just, if you're going in to do a presentation to a large corporate or even a cafe or restaurant, you can say, if they want to know more about sugarcane pulp, this promo video shows some applications, the promo video, which is available on YouTube, and you can email us as well. It's also, it just shows them the benefits, show them all the applications. We've got chips, we've got curries, we've got soup. So just in case they had some hesitation on the functionality of sugarcane. And finally, we're doing a lot of new promo 30-second videos. So this week we shared a video on many different products. I believe that there's a 30-second video on sugarcane pulp, where we put on all social media. We'll put it on LinkedIn, we'll put it on Facebook, we'll put it on Instagram, we'll put it all forms of social media. We'll load that, and we encourage you to share it, to spread the word on sugarcane and other compostable products. And what it is, it's a 30-second case study. Now, if you have businesses you'd like to do case studies on, we would love to do case studies on them. So I think we've done sumo salad for sugarcane pulp, where sumo salad have generously given us time so we can show them using our products. We've done Burger Project. We do a lot of brands where we do little 30-second videos of Mad Max is now using sugarcane pulp, or Burger Project is now using clear PLA cups. But these 30-second promo videos is something that our marketing department, and I'm saying this as eyewitnesses, have committed to launching very regularly, where we do case studies of people using the product, because that'll give your customers more confidence that it's not a new groundbreaking technology that needs to be tested. It's not something that they think about functionality. They know it works from these 30-second videos, and that goes out through social media. Every few days every week we'll have at least, I think it's 4 a month that we're releasing. And again, if you have a customer that you would like to, I guess in a way, reward or get involved, we would happily do a case study on each of your customers' application of our products, and they can use it obviously on their social media platforms as well. Going again onto the composting, we've got some new marketing material with composting. First of all, 1,700 suburbs, 9 cities. We really are growing quite aggressively. And more importantly, our compost partners, our industrial compost partners, are really working with us. We've had major successes in Perth because our industrial compost partner there is getting involved with our resellers. And the same, we're looking for resellers here to engage. Okay, we can create the infrastructure where we can collect waste. No problem. We can collect the waste and we take it to industrial compost. Getting out to each and every customer, and again, it's a subject of previous webinars, is so important. Getting out to every customer, and if you need our compost partners to come in and assist and do a waste audit or waste consultation, they're more than happy to do so. They're very keen to be involved. And you can contact myself, marketing, or Matt or John or Paul to speak about that. But they've been in here, they want the product. And again, I won't revisit the compost solution. They want the product. So the new items we have for marketing is when the customers do get out and sign up to our service. Oh, I'm very sorry. Just something I shouldn't tell me. Okay, that's okay. So when they do get out and compost service, we now have the following available. If you're looking on your screen, we do have that little cups to compost on the left, a brochure which goes out to them, which they can use as point of sale at the front of their cafe, showing that they are sending product to compost. We have the brochure, the induction brochure, which tells them all about the service and all the things they need to know to engage the service. We also have that card which shows what does and doesn't go into the bin, and that's fairly simple. People, we signed up hundreds of customers. It's not difficult. Where they think, oh, it's going to be hard, we might have to not put this in the bin, maybe put that in the bin. It really works quite smoothly. We have a number of customers, and potentially that's another case study we can show. We have one from Market Yellow last month, but it's longer than 30 seconds. The ease of use of implementing this. It's just a bin replacing another bin, and it works much simpler because there's lots of products can go in there. You don't have to source separate. What we are doing is anyone who signs up, we are sending out that little compost clip onto a bin. So most of them have their own bin, but you see that compost clip on, it just clips on the top of a bin. With the scissors, you can even lodge cups in either side, which most of our customers do. There aren't cutouts. It's just a square clip onto a bin. And what they can do is they can clip on a bowl if they're using a bowl. They can clip on a cup if they are putting a cup on there. And yes, we've got some video on YouTube showing customers that have done that. And then we have a bin that's available. So yes, at the back of house they'll get a bin, which is part of the service. But at the front of house, they may want something to collect their customers' takeaway containers. And we've got those. We produce bins. I think they're $10 a bin. And if it's shipped with normal items, there's no shipping attached. But that is a really thick cardboard bin, which you can line with a compostable liner. And it can be put at front. It shows your cafe and your restaurant and your caterers or your stadium's customers that you are taking all their compostable packaging and the food waste in it and sending it off to compost. So it's just more, and we'll enhance it more, make it fairly simple and fairly visual, that if a customer signs up, they will have something to put on their counter. They will have something to educate them on how to use the system. They will have a clip onto a bin if they do have their own bin at the front of house, and we'll have the cardboard bins. We can do fancy bins. We've seen fancy bins from our recycling partners where it's $600 a bin or $10 a week rental. It's just, I don't think, practical. We have to make sure that it's a financially sustainable as well as a product sustainable solution as well. We have now, I think it's quite exciting. Every year we release a certificate to all our customers of the impact that they've had. It shows the impact of the carbon that has been offset, or the carbon that has been reduced, the carbon output that has been reduced by them using our products. We compare it to, we do give the mass, so X kilos of carbon have been saved. We give, compared to driving a car, lights, powering a household. But now we're enhancing that. So yes, at the end of this month, automated, you will get an impact statement, and it looks something like that. And the impact statement shows you from your purchases of our product, it does show you firstly the carbon offset in the production, which is vital. Everyone's very focused on end of life and making sure it gets composted, but the raw material is equally as critical. So it's an impact statement showing your company is making a difference, and that's the top over there. It then shows the impact of the products you're using. Your company has offset X tons of carbon and avoided X tons of plastics being used, okay, plus other impact data. But the bottom section also, if you do use our compost service, it shows the additional environmental impact, and it shows how much you've diverted from landfill, Oopsie, where's my? It shows how much you've diverted from landfill, the impact statement of that section over there, and other benefits of using our service. If you do not use our service, okay, it will show the potential savings if you did. So again, I guess it's marketing a mechanism of trying to encourage people to use the compost collection service. What's really important, and you'll see it on the sheet, is that there's a simple spreadsheet that you can submit to our partner program, our marketing people. You get that certificate, which is every year you get it, and we have great social media coverage of that from all of our partners, which is fantastic. But your customers need it. So there's a simple spreadsheet we need you to fill out, and you can do it if you want it every month. You get a new, well, let me explain this month. You fill out, here's my customers, and here's the percentage of business we do on your products, and we will issue immediately. It's pretty automated. Within an hour, you'll get, if you give 100 customers, you'll have 100 PDFs, each one individually for that customer and their impact on using our products as a percentage of your total impact. So every customer literally can get a certificate at the end of this year. Should you want one, come January next year, should you get a new customer and you want to say, if you sign up, we can give you a certificate of what your impact will be. Again, the same spreadsheet gets emailed to our marketing team. We have a new customer. We estimate there will be 0.4% of our sales of your product, and we will issue an impact statement for that customer. So the impact statement, again, is very simply like the same as the certificates you've got in the past, plus an addition of the benefit of what more sustainably they can achieve if they use our compost service, or if they currently use our compost service, it's the actual data of what they are diverting from landfill, the kilos of compost they're creating, the carbon they're saving. Impact statements, I think, are quite powerful, and now you'll get it automatically at the end of each year. You can have it monthly; it's automated now, and you can then submit every customer that you deal with to get certificates individualized for those customers. We've released an additional catalog, both online and a physical hard copy. We've got obviously some naughty products. We've got PS lids for our coffee cups. We've got PET lids for our takeaway containers. Just on that, we did note that we are very close to converting our PET lids for our takeaway containers to PLA lids, and there's no cost impact. That's something that we're buffering, and it'll just have a 100% compostable solution for that. And PS lids, we're also working to phase out over a period in place for similarly priced sustainable offerings. But we have now a compostable catalog. So in that catalog, we only have 100% compostable products. If you're presenting to a site, maybe an outdoor event, maybe it be a new shopping center, we've done many presentations, and they want to look at what can we use. We're a 100% compost site. We're diverting everything from landfill. We now have a compostable product catalog. It leaves out predominantly those two items, which are PS coffee cup lids and only has our PLA coffee cup lids, and it leaves out the PET clear lids. Obviously, currently only has our pulp lids, but will within the next 2 to 3 months have our PLA clear lids as well. Lastly, we've often had some requests for some t-shirts, and we've got now over 160 partners, 41 partners. Some have 15 or 20 branches, but we have a lot of people requesting it. So we have got an online order form for any shirts, which we'll be updating continuously with new marketing, new taglines. But those are the first batch that have been put out, and those are available. I want to just finish off by saying that we have some major tasks on our agenda for the next 6 months. The innovation in our business is not slowing, it's accelerating. We're developing a lot of new products, which I think will be very beneficial for our partners. We are improving the marketing side of our business. We have a really big commitment to improving the social media, our website, and our integration with our partners to channel business towards them through groundswell of people requiring our products. We really are seeing a lot of excitement, and we haven't lifted the foot off the pedal. We've pressed it pretty hard and further down. So I don't want to waste much of your time. It's been one of my most, just looking at the time, 27 minutes. I've kept to my 30 minutes for the first time ever. I just wanted to thank everybody. We have a number of people that have joined today. Thank you. And if you need a copy of the the recording of this webinar, if you need the PowerPoint presentation with all those attachments that are held up and showed you, please don't hesitate to contact our marketing